Hi there, welcome to the Cotswold Explorer. I'm Robin Shuckburgh. We're back again, thank goodness, at the Dancing Trousers Cookery School. It's Christmas time, of course, and I am going to be learning how to make a couple of Christmas dishes. I think pigs in blankets and possibly mince pies. I'm looking forward to it very much. Come with me. Well, hi Alexis. Happy Christmas.
Well, happy Christmas. Ding dong merrily. I'm ready.
Indeed, absolutely. I'm really astonished to find myself wearing a Christmas hat. It doesn't normally happen.
Oh, come on, get in the spirit, Robin.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. You're going to show me how to make some rather delicious things for Christmas entertainment.
Yes,
today,
we're going to do a couple of stalwarts. We're going to start with lovely pigs in blankets, which are the perfect accompaniment to the roast, whatever the roast is really, even if you're not having turkey. Pigs in blankets kind of go with everything.
Right.
So we're going to make them, and it's one of those dishes that I think keep it simple. There are quite a few recipes around where they seem to have added layers of complexity. It's as long as you've got really good ingredients, and we're going to talk a little bit about these, as long as you've got terrific sausages and great bacon, you don't need to muck about with it too much.
Right. Okay. Good. That's all the better for me, because otherwise, if it gets too complicated, I get into terrible.
Oh no, you won't at all. And we have got beautiful sausages and beautiful bacon because we've got these from Kelmscott.
We did indeed.
Yes.
This comes from Kelmscott Country Pork. Christopher Morn, who's a great pig farmer I've known for many years, sells over the farm gate.
Yep.
And these are his chipolatas and his smoked streaky bacon. He's well worth knowing about, and for Cotswold people, actually, it's a fantastic sauce. You'll find his stuff in a lot of the great restaurants around here.
Yes, indeed, and lovely, lovely produce. So, first things first, let's start with the delicious chipolatas. So, these come connected together, and let's do 3 to start with, Robin. So, use a nice pair of kitchen scissors, just snip 3 of those off.
Right.
Grand. Now, it's worth saying, when you bake sausages, you never ever need to prick the skin of them. That's really only something you do if you're putting sausages in a frying pan, but in the oven, don't puncture them because they'll just explode. They don't need it. So, sausages ready to go. I'm going to move those over here. Next thing is, get me 3 pieces of that lovely streaky bacon.
Right.
And because it's the real deal, can you see how beautifully dry that is?
Absolutely.
As opposed to the stuff that you get in the supermarkets, which is awash with water because they've pumped the pork full of water to bulk it out. But this is the real deal. That's beautifully
the real
dry.
thing, isn't it?
It's the real thing. And because it's the real thing, it's also got a real rind on it. Right. So we don't want that. That's going to be a little bit on the chewy side. So again, I'm going to say use kitchen scissors. Right. I find them much easier for this kind of work. A knife will tend to just stick to everything. So you're just going to run very close to the edge there and take those rinds off.
Okay.
But I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to cook them up for the birds.
Oh, excellent.
I'll put them in a pan and cook them up because that's perfect bird food, and it's a cold time of year, so we will make sure our feathered friends are kept well stocked.
But you still cook them, do you?
Yes.
Even though the bird, they don't...
Because otherwise they won't be able to eat it raw, not because it'll do them any harm, but because their little beaks won't be able to do anything with it. Okay. That's if Derek the cat doesn't get to them first. Right. The bacon rinds, I mean, not the birds. Although, you know, I've got to say, he's not entirely innocent on that score either.
There is no cat that eats, but there you go. And there we go.
I've done a lot of vole wrangling in my time as well.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
Okie dokie. So let's separate those rinds out, pop them back in that bowl for now, just to keep them out of the way. Right, here comes the only really complex part, and it's not complex, part of making pigs in blankets. You are going to stretch your bacon. Right. Now, there are 2 reasons for doing this. 1, it will be crispier, the end result will be crispier, and 2, it just gives you a bit more length of bacon to play with for the length of the chipolatas. So what you're going to do is lay them out in front of you, going east to west, left to right, and then using the back of your kitchen knife, you're going to press down hard and stretch like that all the way along with the back of the knife.
Well, blowed.
Commence your stretching, sir. There we go.
I've never seen anybody do that before.
Have you not? Oh, we love to bring you a first. And it's worth pointing out to everybody watching that, again, I've put a nice non-slip mat underneath your board, so that your board won't go anywhere while you're doing this. It's really important that the kitchen board doesn't move.
And of course I must do this away from my fingers. So
yes, exactly so.
That's incredible. I've never seen that done before.
Well, there we go. Perfect. That's one done. Let's do the rest. And see, you've about doubled that in length, so that's great. So anchor it with the finger and then stretch along. That's it. Again, you can see what good quality bacon that is, because it's really holding together well. That's it.
Just do the last bit here in the other direction.
There we go. Perfect. That will do you nicely. And last one.
I must say that I'm fascinated to see this, because I did wonder, often if the bacon is too thick, it doesn't...
I know, it doesn't end up being a very... I don't think it makes them terribly appealing. They don't look... I mean, it's not a dainty thing, but it needs to look appealing. Beautifully done. Right. Okie dokie. So, the only other enhancement we're adding, and as I said, I've seen recipes that make this complicated, and it really isn't. My sage is still growing in the garden because it's been unseasonably mild. So I just thought sage and pork are a very happy combination. So what we'll do is, we'll pop on each sausage, we'll just pop a couple of sage leaves somewhere along the length there before you start to wrap them up. And then all you're going to do, and again, I'm not going to do it, you're going to do it, is start at one end and just fold your bacon the entire length of the sausage. And there'll probably be a little bit of overlap, but it'll fit quite well, I think.
Okay,
so
brilliant. So start at one end.
Yep, that's it.
Yes, I see. That's the thing, is to maximise the width.
Yep, it'll cover it and then some. Don't worry about that. We've got plenty of bacon to go round.
Whoops.
That's all right. Stick your little sage leaf back in. Plonk him in. That's it, one done.
Isn't that
now,
beautiful?
Again, there are recipes where people secure the bacon with cocktail sticks. Why would you bother? Honestly, if it unravels a tiny bit, it doesn't matter. It's a pig in blanket. It's absolutely fine. So that one's done. In he goes into our non-stick baking dish.
Righto.
Number 2 coming up. And while you're doing that, I will let you know that the oven is on at 180 degrees fan, which is 200 electric, so it's quite high. And these will probably need no more than 15-20 minutes maximum, I think, to cook. That's probably as long as they'll need.
So that is quick.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're doing these on Christmas Day, make it part of your time plan, the point at which these need to go in, because they can share the oven with the meat if you're cooking meat. So just make sure on your time plan you've allowed 15 to 20 minutes for the pigs in blankets. Time plan is so important on Christmas Day, because particularly if it's the first time you've done it, it's quite easy to get in a bit of a flap doodle, because you think, oh, hang on, when do my sprouts happen? Oh, hang on, the potatoes need at least an hour. Write it all down. Your end game is what time do you want to serve, and then work everything back from there.
It's really a key to a successful Christmas Day, because it can be so demoralising if
it can be very
everything
stressful.
goes. Yes, exactly.
And always allow resting time for the meat if you're cooking a piece of meat. So for a big turkey, you can rest that for half an hour. Cover it with foil, clean tea towels to insulate it, and that meat will become really buttery and soft as it goes on resting.
I see.
Your work here is done.
There you go.
So into the oven at 180. Off you go, sir.
Right. Okay.
Top shelf all ready for you. Pop them in.
Thank you very much.
Close the door.
Absolutely fantastic.
Timer on. Now, here's the thing I learnt the hard way. If you are cooking something that relies on a timer, always make sure it's started. Because sometimes they don't. You haven't quite pushed it, or the battery's run out. Because boy, oh boy, when you're 15 minutes in thinking, how long's that been cooking for?
Yes, that
I'm
really
is
annoying.
There we go.
So, and you have your very nice timers stuck to the front of your several of them.
I have lots of magnetic ones, and the reason for that is, if I'm using 2 different ovens for 2 different things, I need to know the left timer is my, let's say it's the soufflés, my right timer is my pigs in blankets, so I don't get in a confusion.
I might lay my hands on some of those.
That's very useful. So 15 minutes.
So we will wave a magic wand.
We will.
And come back in 15 minutes time.
Marvellous.
Brilliant. Righto, Alexis.
Okay, 15 minutes have passed. Let's grab these out. Oh, sizzling away. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
They do look wonderful, I must say. So these are the perfect accompaniment, really, for on a plate with your sliced turkey.
Yes, exactly. You can put them round the turkey, whatever you want, in however you wish to serve them. And they haven't unravelled, so you don't need a cocktail stick. We've just proved that point. And I bet they're going to taste delicious. Shall we pop some onto...
Let's do that very thing.
Right, let's give that one a go. Look at that.
Perhaps you'll join me in tasting this delicious stuff.
I may well. Right, tuck in. Let's no, don't burn yourself, because that is very, very hot, obviously.
They're sliced beautifully.
Oh, look at that. That looks
perfect,
really good. Hot. Hot.
But delicious.
Looks very good. Very good.
The touch of sage is a really good point.
Yeah.
I can't speak clearly.
No, that's fine. I'm going to go to the other end while you speak, and then I'll have a mouthful. Oh, that does look good.
They are absolutely delicious, actually, and of course they add a huge amount to the meal. Those are perfect, Alexis. Thank you very much for that. It's well worth knowing how to do them.
My pleasure.
We'll move on now, I think, to mince pies, which we will wave another magic wand.
A little sweet treat. And thank you, Kelmscott, for your delicious sausages and bacon.
They really are something,
really good.
aren't they? This business of proper dry cured bacon, I mean, it really makes a difference,
Makes so
even
much
if you're
difference.
just using it for breakfast.
No, it does. And also, you can tell what a good sausage that is, because it doesn't have lots of filling.
No,
because a lot of the commercially available ones are full of rusk or cereal or breadcrumbs, and that is just meaty and terrific.
Well, in the 8 years I was a hotelier in this part of the world, I used Christopher's bacon and sausage for our breakfasts. We had 5-star reviews for our breakfasts throughout, and now I think I understand why.
There you go.
So there you go, just shows. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Hi, look, I've just made pigs in blankets in there. They were great. But listen, I'm going to go back in and make mince pies, but you won't see them for a while. But meanwhile, enjoy the sausages. Cheers.
Thank you very much for watching us doing our cookery. We hope you're going to join us again next year. We've had a lot of fun. We hope that you have too. So, from the Dancing Trousers kitchen, a very happy Christmas.
Here's to you all. And incidentally, I apologise about the half-eaten. This was Ross, who may be filming here, but he's
so naughty.
there you go. Happy
Cheers.
Christmas.